Hello there and welcome to this lap guide on Watkins Glen and iRacing in the Porsche Cup. It's 2025 Season 3, Week 8. Watkins Glen full layout, and we have wet conditions here because we have a rain chance in the open races, and I guess every third race probably there should be rain. So I'm gonna explain you how this track works in the rain as well. And we did a 158.174, which was pretty good in these conditions here. Just be aware the conditions during the week could be different. We'll see in the streams, and probably we have to adjust lines and gears and stuff like that. But I will give you a little bit of options here if we have less rain or even more rain. So we just dive right into it. As always, you can get my setup on my Discord for free. I would appreciate a sub on my Twitch channel though, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So the conditions are looking like that here right now. And we just used moderate because this is right in the middle of it. I don't really expect us to drown, but probably we are drowning again. We had that before. But yeah, you can copy the conditions if you want to, and then you have the exact same conditions as I had in the test session here. So if we look down at the sector times, we'll see in one sector we lost a little bit of time to my best sector so far, but it was pretty much all right lap here. And let's dive right into it and let's see how it works in the rain. Let's go. Okay, here we go. So now we can see some rain is coming here. And in the first corner, we aim for the 300-meter sign. Different to the dry line is now that we use the dry line. Yes, but we keep it away from the white lines, of course, because the white lines are pretty much slippery and we're gonna lock up immediately. First corner, we can keep it on the pretty much normal line. We break down to a third gear. You can try second gear if you feel more comfortable with it. We dip down to the inside here. Maybe don't try to clip the curb. That could lead to understeer. We go early onto throttle. What we try here is not to go onto this curb too hard. You can lose your car there, or if you can control it, it's good, but it's definitely slower. So we most likely clip it a little bit, or we don't clip it at all. So that was fine. The car was not upset or anything. It was all good. Here we keep it to the outside. Important. You can see it's pretty much wet here. You will swim to the outside. Really important for the first lap especially, because in the cold tires it's gonna be way worse than this here. So then fifth gear. We lift the throttle. Why do we do that? Because we want to keep it to the inside now, and we want to keep it to get it right here. This is where we want to put the car, because next corner we can just get the perfect line with it. If you don't, you probably run out of space here and you run into the wall. So this is the best way to get speed out of the corner here. Try to not hit the puddles there. You can see them right here on the right side. We don't want to hit these puddles. We can see them on the left side here. Don't go completely to the inside. And then you're pretty much fine. That is almost a perfect way how to take that corner in the rain. And then we are coming up to the bus stop. Again, don't use the white lines. Before the 400-meter sign, we start to brake. Fourth gear, third gear. Then we jump on the curb, just completely normal. We jump onto the next curb, completely normal. We lift the brake a little bit earlier though. Then we can get back on the throttle, clip that curb, clip this curb. Be careful with this curb. Lift a little bit of the throttle there. That stabilizes the car a lot. You can try it out, and then I go to the outside. You can try to go to the inside. Be aware of use your throttle a little bit later then, because you will understeer to the outside, and the curb there can pretty much drive you into the wall. Both lines can work. We'll see during the week what's the better line. But this is the outside line, and then we try to not clip this curb too much, or we swim into the barrier here. That was quite much fine still. Try to maybe not clip it at all. Then this corner, we are pretty much usually normal braking here. What we can do here is keep it to the inside, or we go to the outside and we throttle again. Both lines can work again. We'll see what's working better. This corner is really important. Don't go to the outside. There is a puddle here that gives you a lockup. So just keep it a little bit to the middle. That's already enough. That can already work. then you go third gear, second gear, then you can go a little bit to the outside, maybe even a little bit more than this. And control it with the throttle, try to not slide too much, and just control your car there, try to not hit the grass. And you're pretty much fine here. This corner here, you can try to brake from the outside, go to the inside then a little bit to just stay away of the slippery part here. Go down to second gear, then hit the inside and go onto the throttle, try to not oversteer as I did. That is pretty much working still. That's probably why we lost our pace here. This corner is quite much the same. You can see the puddle building up here. We brake and we go into second gear. We go to the inside line pretty early, because that's where we have the grip. You can try an outside line, but the inside line feels good for me, and we keep it second gear. We keep it close to the curb, try to not hit the curb though, and we can just accelerate out of here, just try to not hit the barrier as always. Fourth gear, 200 meter sign, and we start to lift the throttle completely off. Start to brake a little bit, and then you can hit the throttle early again. Try to not go onto this curb too much, or you're gonna swim out. Or, worst case, that happened to me in this test session even, you can oversteer and drive into this barrier. So try to avoid this curb at all costs. Something like this is fine, but I would say the ideal way is to not hit the curb at all. And then here, there's two lines again. You can try the inside, yes. You can also try the outside. The outside worked better for me. Third gear, keep it outside. Early throttle again, and then full out here. And this is basically how we can do Watkins Glen in the wet conditions and drive pretty fast here without any issues. If you want to get confidence in the rain, because I know many people are avoiding the weeks in the rain. Rain is a lot of fun if you can control your car. Just drive a little bit in the practice. Use this lap guide, for example, for advice. Or maybe even try some coachings for the rain, because rain can be a lot of fun. You just need to know some basics of the rain, and then everything is completely fine. So that's basically it for the lap guide. I hope I see you during the week. I hope I see you in the stream, and we're gonna have some fun here in the rain. Adios.